Making questions. To make a question, we need to start with the WH word, helping verb, and then you go to the start of the sentence. That is the subject, verb, object, and the rest of the sentence. The WH words. Who? Ask about the subject or the object, but it must be a person or people. What? That's when we ask about something, a noun, like sandwich, animal, or the verb, whether subject or object, but these ones are usually objects. Where, when you ask about the place, like where do you live? I live in a house or a flat, or the position of something, like where are the books? So the books are on the table. When ask about the time of something, well, 7 o'clock, 8:30, and so on Friday, next Monday, or in 2010, anything related to the time you do the action. Why? That's for the reason. Because, to, and for are the most common answers to why. These are the ones that we remove to make the question. Which is for the choice or decision. When you say, for example, which food would you like to have? Which car am I gonna buy? Whose, that's for possession. I'm gonna ask whose pen is that? You're gonna say my pen, it's your car, or Dina's bike. Let's have some examples. Who is talking? What are you eating? Where do you live? When will he go? Did she cry? Which car will he buy? Here I'd like to draw your attention to something important. All the rich words used, we needed helping verb after them. But this time, which car? That required a noun, then the helping verb. Also here, whose pen is this? Whose required needed a noun before you bring the helping verb. More rich words. How, when you ask about the means of transportation, the adverb, like how did it work? It worked slowly. Or also the condition, how are you? I'm fine. How often? You can say also how often. That's when you ask about the frequency. That's the answer that you remove when you make a question. How often do you go to the club? I always go to the club. How long? It's for the period of time or the length of something. Like how long did you stay there? How long did it take you to do the homework? 2 hours, not 2 o'clock. How much? This time that asks about the price or the money. How many? That's followed. That asks about the number of something. How much? When you ask about the quantity, and of course that's not a mistake. How much? This one is different from that one. I wrote them twice to make different examples. How plus any adjective, and also what plus any noun is possible to make extra question, extra WH words. Let's have some examples. How did you come? How often do you go to the gym? How long is the Nile? This time it's asking, of course, about the length of something, how long it is. How much do you have? When I ask a question with how much followed by the helping verb, I'm talking about the money. How much do you have? How much money do you have? How many mistakes did he make? How many is always followed by a plural noun, then you write the helping verb. How much sugar would you like? How much is followed by a helping verb, by a noun, uncountable noun, then the helping verb. This one is the one that is followed by a helping verb when you ask about the money, but when it's about quantity, you use the noun, then the helping verb. How tall is this tree? The helping verbs. You must keep these ones by heart. The helping verbs are to be, to have, to do, modals. To be, to have, to do, modals. To be and is, are, was, were. These are the ones that we use as helping verbs. To have, has, and had for the past. But remember, we only use them as helping verbs when they are followed by a past participle or got. But if they are not followed by one of these, you do not use them as helping verb. To do, does, and did for the past. These are the ones we use when there are not any helping verbs in the sentence. We use do for the present simple, does for the present simple with a singular subject, and did for the past, ed or second form. Modals are shall, should, will, would, can, could, may, might, must. Ought to and there, need are not commonly used, but you just could have an idea about them. So again, let's read them. Shall, should, will, would, can, could, may, might, and must. Then we go to the start of the sentence or the beginning of the sentence. By that I mean you go to the sentence building, the usual sentence building, which is subject. Usually it's person. I told you that it could be a dog or a car, like when I say the car hit Ahmed or the dog bit my arm, so that the car and dog could also be subjects, but normally we use in most sentence the subject is a person. Verb, like swim or swimming. Object, that's what comes after the noun that comes after the verb, like the story you're reading, the car you're buying, the food you're eating. Place, where the action happens, like school, home, on bed. Time, and reason. Well, I mentioned the reason here because I'm gonna need to make questions with why, so I wanted to show you where that is in the sentence. Examples. Dina reads a story in bed at night for fun. Dina, the subject, reads the verb, a story is the object, in bed, that's the place, at night, that's time, for fun, that's the reason why she does that. I'm watching TV at home now. I, the subject, am watching, that's the tense. TV, object, at home, the place, now, the time. I could remove the reason. It's okay to remove one of these items, but never remove the subject or the verb. These ones can never be removed, or else the sentence is wrong, or that's an imperative or something else. But in normal sentence, we must have the subject and verb. If we remove subject to make a question with who, that's another case, and of course that's gonna be easy. He took a pill an hour ago because he was ill. In this, I did not mention, I didn't mention the place. That's possible. We will go to Sharm el-Sheikh next month as it's hot. So that means in this case I did not mention the object. Usually go does not have an object. Well, I'm gonna post another video for the examples uh, for that lesson. Thank you. I hope that's useful. Goodbye.